the tone what you ask and the way you ask, the words you use is important. If you are polite to someone, you will get polite answers from them. So this is how we need to converse with our fellow beings. Before doing something, we need to take their permission. That is known as seeking permission. Hello everyone, this is Shobita S. Aradhya, lecturer, Department of English, Vidyashram Pre-University College, Mysuru, the Temple of Excellence. A warm welcome to you all, and today we are going to discuss some language functions. So what we are going to discuss in language functions? So how will you ask for a permission? How will you sympathize when somebody tells their problem? Or if somebody among your friends has lost a pen, mobile or something, how will you sympathize? That we are going to learn today. So in English, how do we sympathize someone and how do we seek permission? That we'll be learning today. So without any delay, let's start. This is expressing sympathy. How we express sympathy. When someone is in problem, when someone is expressing his grievances, it is our duty to sympathize them and to talk to them with their mood at that time. So there are some words in English which expresses sympathy. Okay. Expressing sympathy is to understand and care about someone's problems and to show that we care for them. Isn't it? When someone is in problem, if we show that we care them, that person will feel comfortable and he can think creatively to solve the problem. If we do not sympathize, this person will lose his confidence. So that is what we need to do when somebody is in problem. How to do that? How to do it in English is the question, right? So for that, we'll solve some exercises. We'll go through some exercises done already. Tanvi, you know Spurti, our classmate Pawan, has been hospitalized. He met with an accident this morning while coming to college. So this is a sad news. One of the classmate has met with an accident and he is hospitalized. When you get such news, how do you express? Spurti, oh God, how sad. This is the way we usually express, correct? If someone known to us is in trouble, how do we express? Yes, we get surprised and also we have sympathy for them. We pray the God. We do all those. Here, Spurti does the same. She exclaims, oh God, how sad. Another example, Ranjit, may I know why you look so sad, sir? So here, he is asking the other person, may I know why you look so sad, sir? Teacher, I am really upset. You know, my elder sister passed away. So, his sister has passed away. So, how to answer that person now? How to condole him? That is the question. So, here Ranjit, I sympathize with you, sir. So, you can't be happy when somebody is dead or somebody has passed away. So, what do? We show our sympathy for them. So, Ranjit uses the words here, I sympathize with you, sir. Correct? So, these are the terms which we use when somebody tells their problem to us or when somebody is in grievance. So, that is the time when we show them our sympathy. Next, Rakesh, why do you look so upset? So, Rakesh is asking, Naveen, why do you look so upset? Naveen, you know, I lost my mobile phone somewhere this morning. Oh, mobile is lost. If mobile is lost, we lose our contacts. So many important documents are in our mobile. So today, everything of our life will be in the mobile. So if mobile is lost, we feel like we are helpless. We can't do anything. So Naveen has lost his mobile. So Rakesh. So what can Rakesh do now? Rakesh can help him search or give an idea to search. Let us see what Rakesh does. How sad. When did you use it last? We do a mistake when this kind of situation is there. So what we'll ask, where did you lose it? Correct? If the person knows where he or she has lost their thing, they'll go and search there. We do that mistake always while we are talking to someone. If somebody tells, I lost my mobile, I lost some money, where did it go? If they know, why will they come and tell us, right? So here Rakesh is asking the right question. When did you use it last? So that from there we can search the mobile. Naveen, while I was at the cash counter, I received a call. So he was in the bank, he was near the cash counter, he recalls everything. I received a call. There was a call, phone call on mobile. I was talking on the phone when the cashier gave me the cash. So he tells, when the cashier gave me the cash, I was talking to someone. So till then I remember the mobile was with me. Rakesh, why don't you speak to the cashier? He may have some idea. Yes, now Rakesh is able to give an idea to Naveen. Why don't you speak to the cashier? Because it was there when you used the last. So he might be having some idea. You might have left it on the cashier counter, or he might have seen you carrying. So you'll get an idea. Correct? Then Naveen, that's a good idea. Correct? This is the way how we need to respond when someone is in problem. We can't say, oh, you lost, nice, buy a new one. Is it the way we speak? No. If we speak like that, we are not showing any sympathy to the person, and we may lose a friend if we speak like that. Do you agree? You have to. One more. Here, these are some of the expressions to show sympathy, to express sympathy. They are listed as formal and informal. When you are talking to your friend, you don't need to speak in a formal language, correct? But when you are speaking to someone elder, your teachers, anybody, you need to use it formally. So here are some of the expressions listed. Formal expressions. I am very upset to hear that. So if you hear that they have lost some of their dear ones, or if they are in some problem, how can we express? We can say, I am very upset to hear that. I sympathize with you. You saw this example there. I sympathize with you. My sympathies are with you. Correct? So when somebody is in problem, we tell them, my sympathies are with you. These are the formal expressions used to express sympathy. Informal, how sad. Is it? How sad? Or that's a pity. So these are informal. We usually use this with our friends or the close ones, where there is no need of any formality. Okay. So very few are listed here. There are many. You can go through, and when you hear to someone, please try to remember those words so that you can use when you are speaking to someone. When you face such situations, you can use the same expressions. Okay. Next is one activity here. Salim, your classmate has lost his wallet on his way to college. So the question is, Salim has lost his wallet on the way to college. What do you have to do? You sympathize with him for the loss. So what you'll do? You'll sympathize with him for the loss what he had. Write a dialogue between you and Salim. So now, sympathizing him, inquiring him what happened, you will write a dialogue. So dialogue will be between you and Salim. Shall we see how to write that? Me, Salim, is it true that you have lost your wallet? This is how we open up the conversation. Salim, is it true that you have lost your wallet? So Salim has lost the wallet, that comes here. We get to know that he has lost the wallet, and we'll ask him. Salim, yes, Sushant, it's true. So he expresses that it's true. Me, how sad. See the expression. This is informal expression. How sad. Hope you didn't have a lot of money in it. Correct? When someone loses a wallet, we ask what all he had in the wallet. Sometimes we keep our credit cards, debit cards, ATM cards, correct? And so many important documents, sometimes Aadhaar card or voter ID will be in the wallet. So if they are lost, it is a long process to get it back. Money, also sometimes for some emergency, the person may be carrying huge amount of money. So if it is lost, We usually ask this question, right? If somebody has lost a wallet, we ask what all you had, how much money you had in your wallet. So here it is asked, hope you didn't have a lot of money in it. Salim, I had around 2000. So 2000 is not a small amount. I had around 2000 as I had to pay my fees for the computer classes. Oh, he was carrying money for his fees for computer classes. So it was very important for him to pay the fees, but he has lost that money now. Okay, how will you express after this? Me. Oh, my heartfelt sympathies. So my heartfelt, because he has lost the money which he was supposed to pay for his computer class fees. So the person has to sympathize. My heartfelt sympathies. If you are short of money, see the expression, my heartfelt sympathies. Okay, it is your friend, heartfelt sympathies. It is informal. The expression is informal expression. If you are short of money, I can lend you some. This is the way we can help a person, right? If you are short of money, I can lend you some. So if you have a friend who can tell you this when you are in that situation, you will be the luckiest one, isn't it? So lending money when you are in need is great thing. So you can do this. You can express your sympathies and also you can lend a hand of help. Salim, thoughtful of you. Okay. So how is he thinking? Thoughtful of you. Correct. He is respecting your thoughts. Thoughtful of you. But I have already spoken to my brother and he is getting the required amount to college. So what has happened? He has arranged for this. His brother is getting the money to the college. So he has solved his problem on his own. Me. Fine then. Do call me if needed. This is what you can do. If already your friend has got the help, what you can do is you can inform that do call me if needed. If you need anything from me, you can call me. Salim, sure, I will. Thanks. Okay. So this is expression of gratitude. So this is how we sympathize someone. These kind of questions can be given for your examination. They may give you the question. You need to write the dialogue. You need to fill the dialogue box or you need to write your own dialogues for the examination. This is how questions will be asked. So till here you will get in the question paper and this you have to write on your own. Okay. So this is how we sympathize when somebody is in problem. Next, we'll go to the next part of language functions, that is seeking permission. How to seek permission? You must have got scolded from your teachers, elders or the principal for not seeking the permission properly. Correct? So how to seek the permission? If you want to go home by afternoon, how do you ask your teacher? If you want to buy something, how do you ask your parents? Correct? The tone what you ask and the way you ask, the words you use is important. Okay. Let us do some exercise here. Let us learn some polite expressions that can be used to seek permission. You help an old woman to cross the road, but after the good deed is done, the old woman, instead of thanking you, chides you. So you have helped the old woman to cross the road. She should be thankful to you. But what is she doing? She chides you. She says, why did you do this? I did not want to cross or something. She says, I didn't want to cross the road. You may feel irritated, you may be annoyed, but what can you do? Can you shout at the old woman? Is it the right way? No. So what will you do? The question is, what do you think can be done now? What can you do? You can ask excuse and bring her back to her place or say her, sorry, I thought you want to cross the road. I wouldn't have done this. Correct? So this is the way you speak. Or you would have asked, before pulling her To cross the road, you would have asked, would you mind if I help you to cross the road? Are you crossing the road? Do you need my help? You would have asked this, correct? So, before doing something, we need to take their permission. That is known as seeking permission. Let us list a few polite expressions that you can use to seek her permission to take her back. So, what can you use? I thought you need a help to cross the road. I might be helpful in crossing the road to you, correct? Or would it be all right if I help you to cross the road? Correct? These are some of the polite expressions to seek permission. Instead of that, if you say, hey, come, I'll cross you the road. Is it the way? No. So, I told tone, the words you use are very important. So, you can start your conversation with these polite expressions for permission. Here one exercise is there. Kantesh, can I borrow your camera this evening? It is permission seeking. If you want your friend's camera, you can't command your friend. You can't say, I want your camera this evening. Is it the way? No. Will your friend give you? If somebody asks you with this tone, will you give them? No ways. We won't give. Correct? So, if somebody is seeking permission, so he wants to borrow, he is asking, can I borrow your camera this evening? So, what will Anjana answer? I am afraid I can't give you because I need it this evening. Here, this is refusal of permission. If somebody asks, you can't say, no, I can't give you. There is a way, polite way to express our refusal to the permission also. So, what Anjana says, I am afraid I can't give you. Why she can't give? Because I need it this evening. So, these are some of the expressions which may make the conversation very sweet and polite. Okay. Few more exercises. There are certain polite expressions like the following for refusal permission. Here are some of them. Let us read out. That's not a very good idea. If somebody is giving you idea, if you feel that is not the good idea, how will you say? You can't say, hey, yours is not a good idea. You need some good tone and some sweet expressions, right? So, how can you refuse? That's not a very good idea, correct? So, they'll understand, they'll keep quiet. Even you are refusing, but in a sweet manner. No, please don't. If somebody is taking something from you, you can say, no, please don't. Correct? If you are polite, you will get the answers or replies in a polite way. Okay. One more, I would rather you didn't mind, you didn't do that. Okay. Then, I'm sorry, that's not possible. Instead of directly saying, that's not possible, we can use the expression, I'm sorry, that's not possible. Okay. These are some of the polite expressions listed for you. You can use few more when you are in such situations. Next, Manu is asking Renu, I lost my mobile. Mind if I use yours? Here, permission is also asked, correct? Seeking permission and then refusal to that. Renu, no, not at all. You can use it. So, Renu is ready to give his mobile. Not at all. You can use it. He is not refusing. He is ready to give. Manu, what should he say? Can I keep it for a few hours? I need your mobile. Can I keep it for a few hours? Renu, oh sure. If he is not having any problem, Renu can say yes. Okay. So, he is expressing, oh sure. See how the permission is seeking here. Can I keep it for a few hours? Okay. If you do not ask and keep the mobile for a few hours, after a few hours, your friend will come back to you and just grab the mobile from your hand and will never give any kind of things or help which you seek from your friend. So, if you are keeping it for few hours, you should take the permission. Okay. So, that too in a polite way. So, this is an example for such permission seeking. Now, we'll do some more exercises. So, here is dialogue between Peter and principal. Peter, secretary of the students union, meets the principal. So, what is the conversation happening between Peter, the secretary of students union, and the principal? Peter, good morning, sir. Principal, good morning. Were you able to contact the speaker of today's function? So, for that function, Peter was supposed to meet the speaker for the function. So, principal is asking, were you able to contact the speaker for today's function? Peter, yes, sir. Mr. Ravi has agreed to come and speak at the function. Would it be possible to send our college vehicle to pick him up? So, he is telling, yes, the speaker is ready, but what we need to do is we need to send our college vehicle. So, now principal, if he is okay to send, he'll say, oh sure, no problem, we can send the car. Or if the car is already occupied and if the principal cannot send the car to the speaker's house to pick him up, what can the principal do? Principal, I am afraid it is not possible. Oh, here it is not possible for the principal to send the car. You better hire a cab. We will pay for the fare. So, what the principal can tell, if it is not possible, he'll say it in a polite way. I am afraid it is not possible. You better hire a cab and we will pay the fare. So, the college will bear the fare of the cab, but see the refusal, how he has refused. I am afraid it is not possible. Correct? If the principal shouts at the secretary of the students union, what is this? Can I send? We don't find it polite. So, this is the way politely to refuse a permission. Okay. So, this is one exercise. One more is for us to do now. Student, sir, can I leave the college early today? So, principal is refusing. So, this kind of questions will be given in your examination. Dialogue box will be given. There will be blanks where you need to fill the dialogue. Okay. Student is asking, can I leave the college early today? How will the principal answer now? Principal says, I would rather you didn't. Means principal is telling, I don't think you should go. Okay. So, how he is telling in a very polite way. I would rather you didn't. Means it would be better if you do not go. This is the expression what principal wants to give here. Student, it's an emergency, sir. My brother has met with an accident. So, student is telling, sir, it is an emergency. My brother has met with an accident. What can the principal do now? He has to permit. So, how he permits? Principal says, okay then, but see that you come early tomorrow. Correct? So, how the principal permits? Okay, then see that you come early tomorrow. One day is fine, you can go today, but see that you come early tomorrow and do not miss any of the classes. Correct? See how sweet the dialogues are, how polite the dialogues are between the principal and the student. Okay? See the way he is asking the permission. Sir, can I leave the college early today? Correct? So, he did not say, sir, I am going. He asked very politely. How does the principal answer to that? I would rather you didn't. Principal did not shout or yell at the student. He is also polite. He says, I would rather you didn't. If you do not go, it's better in that way. And student tells it is emergency, brother has met with an accident. Now, principal understands the situation and how he responds, okay then, see that you come early tomorrow. Today is permission is granted, but see that you do not miss the classes. This is the concern principal has towards the student. Okay. So, it's all that they say, give respect, take respect. Correct? If you are polite to someone, you will get polite answers from them. So, this is how we need to converse with our fellow beings. One more exercise here. Ajay asks Aarti's permission to use her vehicle to go to the art exhibition. Ajay is asking. How he is asking? That you need to write here. He asks, can I get your car to go to the art exhibition? So he says, can I get your car to go to the art exhibition? Okay, he is asking, can I get your car? I want to go to car exhibition. Can I get your car, please? Aarti, what does she answer now? I don't think I can give you my vehicle. She says she is refusing for the permission. Why is she refusing? She has some reason. I don't think I can give you my vehicle. So this is how she refuses, okay, and tells, because I need to go to the dentist. So she wants car the same time because she need to go to dentist. She has some work to do. So how she refuses? She doesn't say, why should I give you? Is it your car? How dare you ask me? So she did not express all this. She is very polite and she says, I don't think I can give you my vehicle because I need to go to the dentist. Okay. Then how will Ajay express his thoughts? He says, no problem, I will manage. Correct? So, no problem, I will manage. Okay. So, again it is very sweet, polite. Ajay did not get angry because Aarti refused to give her vehicle, or Aarti did not get angry because Ajay asked her car. It is a very clear, polite conversation between two people. Okay. So this is what we all need to practice when we are talking to somebody, when we are with our friends or elders or with your teachers in school or college. This is the way you need to converse. So showing sympathy and seeking permission, also refusing the permission is very important. Many a time the quarrel begins with these expressions itself. So be careful when you speak next time. Hope you have learned these words or the expressions for expressing sympathy, seeking permission and refusing the permission. And I'm sure you'll use this. So that's all for today. Thank you.